We teach programming all the way down to kindergarten, and I had my first programming class as a 12th grader, so we're really trying to expose students to different types of learning.
I'm very passionate about STEAM. I think it helps children to become problem solvers. It helps them to think critically. It helps them to discover their creativity. I view myself more as a facilitator. I forgot to tell you, friends, that your
Last I was young.
You guys are so smart. Okay, wait for 3 seconds. Turn the motor speed at 8. Turn it to the left.
I'm playing gun sound.
And they learn to help each other, and that is just the best part, is watching them get so excited and grow, and it's just going to turn them into lifelong learners, and they can use all of these skills in any career that they choose to go into later in life.
Wait, no, we need to.
I just love to see the students be engaged and having fun in school.
Stop being.
Let's count it down from 3!
Yeah, the burnout competition is probably one of the most popular features of this big show. Now, there's so much great stuff here, but this brings out, as you saw today, thousands of people to see these tires burn yellow, blue, green. Just a fan favorite for all ages. They love it. And as you saw today, big success.
You know what? I kind of like the blue. If he went through the financial and got the blue tires, you almost got to go with the blue burnout.
Oh, it was awesome. Got some tires from Australia for burnout contest. Did it for my boy. He's always wanted to do burnouts. We did a burnout. Took first place.
Not the choice, not the state. Women must decide their own fate. Not the church, not the state.
For me, I am absolutely terrified for my daughter. She's 18 years old, she's just starting to date, and she's not going to have a choice. She's going to be told, you're a mother, instead of what she wants to do.
The dictionary describes choice as the right, the power, or opportunity to choose. My right, my daughter's, my granddaughter's rights are now being stripped away, one law or bill at a time.
No choice! Yes!
It robs people of the power to control their own bodies, their lives, and their futures, not just for this generation, but for generations to come. Abortion is still legal in Illinois and will remain that way.
We have to stand together. That's the only choice left.
We just got to a new farm, chopping silage, basically chopping full corn crop.
A typical day during the busy harvest season.
I just literally got my nephew on my tractor with me, and I said, we got to go fix this blower first before we take another pass.
But fixing that blower would forever change Ben Heinemann's life.
He had amputated his hand at the metacarpal level. He still had his thumb intact, but it had a vascular injury as well.
Heinemann's first reaction?
I said, you know, there goes bow season. I'm a bow hunter, and it was September the 18th, so it's knocking on October 1st door.
Heinemann and his boss put the amputated hand on ice, wrapped the injury, and headed to the hospital. Waiting there was SIU plastic surgeon Tim Daugherty.
So I had just gotten back from my fellowship, which was in orthopedic hand and upper extremity surgery out at the Curtis National Hand Center.
There, Dr. Daugherty learned a surgery called ectopic banking.
I took the hand and started working on it even before he got to the operating room, and started repairing the structures on the back table.
Instead of attaching the amputated fingers back to his hand, Dr. Daugherty performed an 8-hour surgery attaching it to his right forearm so that it could start healing. The goal from the beginning, to give Heinemann some normal function.
I initially was wanting to keep those fingers on the other side so that I could maintain range of motion, keep his joints nice and supple.
Something Heinemann was proud to show off and explain to visiting medical students.
You know, they look at it, and sometimes I think they process it, and then I'll say, no, this hand's here. It's like a light comes on.
Weeks later, and another 12 hours in the operating room, Heinemann's hand was replanted back where it should be.
So that was my initial goal. I want him to have better function than a prosthetic would give him, which would be, the dexterity that the fingers can provide, as well as sensation, which is the one major thing that a prosthetic cannot give you.
It just happened all in perfect timing, even though it's unfortunate, and I wouldn't wish it to happen to anybody. But strange things happen, and you get stronger from them if you choose to.
Harvest is wrapping up on the Thomas farm in Menard County.
So my husband and I farm with my parents and my brother and sister-in-law, and we would be the 5th generation family farmers here in the Oakford River bottom.
And with 1-year-old Claire, a new generation is experiencing the excitement of growing up on the farm.
I think we're all really guilty of getting caught up in the busyness of harvest and not taking the time to snap pictures of Claire with her father or my grandfather here on the farm.
And that's where photographer Haley Stewart comes in.
In the farming community, it's centered around family and loyalty.
Haley created Hands of Harvest, a photo project highlighting farm families in central Illinois.
Another family I photographed last year, they had an employee who's worked for 3 generations of their family. He's worked there for 67 years, and you don't get that a lot in other aspects of life.
Now in her 3rd year with the project, Haley creates tangible memories for these hardworking farmers.
It's really, she gets them in action, she gets them in the combine and the tractor, and catches those really organic moments of harvest that we sometimes overlook.
With a single snapshot, a story of family and farm lives captured, proving a picture is truly worth 1,000 words.
I want them to be able to remember what it was like years down the road, not how much money they made or what the breakdowns were, but who the people were that they connected with during harvest.
That's right, Stacy. Both EMS workers are facing up to 20 to 60 years in prison if they're found guilty. Police say both Cadigan and Finley were dispatched to the scene when the victim was experiencing a medical emergency. That's right, Stacy. Governor Pritzker signed the Protect Illinois Communities Act just last week, and in response, local sheriffs have said that they won't enforce the law. And now last week, Attorney General Kwame Arul says if they won't enforce the law, someone else will.
20's Julia Rosier was there. Julia, what did you learn today?
Yes, Stacey, this was the first time Cadigan and Finley both appeared in court. They walked into the courtroom wearing prison uniforms with their hands handcuffed in front of them. They sat there those 3 hours listening to the case against them. Those new requirements are set to go into effect immediately. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Julia Rosier. Back to you.
Minutes away from kickoff here at Southeast High School. It is a rainy day. The field looks quite slick.
It does, Alessandra. But what I will say is that even though the rain is out tonight, so are the Springfield fans. I will say, yeah. It is actually senior night tonight. I don't know if we've mentioned that, but we have a lot of parents, hyped seniors in attendance, and they are ready to see some football regardless of this weather.
Touchdown, Riverton, number 11, Bryce O'Brien.